Hello YouTubers, in honor of Ready Player One coming out this month, I decided to revisit a hidden gem from 1992 called Stay Tuned. Stay Tuned was one of those rare films that was very much a satire of television and pop culture of the 1990s, but it was also way ahead of its time before reality TV and the internet. It's directed by Peter Hyams, who also directed Time Cop and End of Days. Stars John Ritter as Roy Nabel, Pam Dauber as Helen Nabel, Jeffrey Jones as Spike, and Eugene Levy as Crowley. Stay Tuned was one of those films I saw when I was younger on HBO. It would play all the time. And if you like films like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or Mom and Dad Save the World, you'll definitely like Stay Tuned. Pretty much, Roy Nabel, played by the late great John Ritter, is a husband. He's a married man and he has a job, but he's also addicted to television. Too much. It affects his everyday life. And his wife Helen is just sick of him watching TV. She destroys the television set. That is when he gets a visit from a man named Spike, played by Jeffrey Jones, who happens to also be the devil. And they get introduced to this satellite company called Hellivision. And yeah, it's a brilliant satire on television. Him and his wife get sucked into the satellite and you discover that the devil, the owner of Hellivision, basically gathers souls as customers to participate in this television game. They get to be put through a number of programs and they have 24 hours to survive. The goal is to reach the end. And what the devil and his lackeys want to do at Hellivision is pretty much kill the people before they can reach the end of the program, to basically gather souls. So it's a very twisted type of comedy, really. And Eugene Levy plays Crowley, who's like his assistant. He gets put through a lot of abuse. He doesn't agree with what Spike stands for, and because of that, he himself is punished and put into the Hellivision. They end up meeting the Nabels, and he ends up helping them out in some way. I love the husband-wife dynamic and them overcoming their flaws as characters, their flaws in relationship. John Ritter's Roy Nabel does not want to be addicted to TV anymore. In a way, this is his own hell, his own penance for being addicted to TV and losing focus on what really matters. But you have references to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 3 Men and a Baby, a Three's Company cameo, and Fresh Prince of Darkness, Dwayne's World, a whole bunch of pop culture references. There's even a sequence with Salt and Pepper music video. How 90s can you get? But I love it. All because of a satellite sucking them in. And it's brilliant. Everybody used to have giant satellites before like DirecTV or Dish Network. And it really plays upon that. I like the remote control design. And it's interesting, Tim Burton was originally attached to direct this. He ended up leaving the project to do Batman Returns, but I always wondered what Tim Burton would have done with this. I do like it though. It definitely has a vibe of Mom and Dad Save the World with a little bit of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and the movie Click as far as the remote goes. And I like how they have to go through different programming and how it's a dark satire on that and how messed up it is. I guess television executives don't hide it anymore. You have screwed up stuff on reality TV and sensationalism now, but this is really, really ahead of the curve. And I feel like people forget about this comedy. The people always talk about like Problem Child, John Ritter, and Bad Santa, but Stay Tuned has kind of been obscure over time, and I just want to bring some attention to it, especially before Ready Player One, with like this television, this device of people being sucked in and having a number of pop culture references mentioned or satirized in a story. I find that very interesting because Stay Tuned was way ahead of the game before I've seen it in other programs or films. I also like how the Nabels' children end up helping them out of the television programming. You have this brilliant sequence with animation, which was actually done months before the production began. It's very much a Tom and Jerry type of cartoon, and this would cost about $25 million to make. They filmed it from like October to January, and it didn't take that long to make, actually. And also, John Ritter was cast, but originally they wanted Dan Aykroyd as Roy Nabel. Very interesting to see the direction this could have taken. And I'm not a fan of remakes or reboots, but I wonder if they did try. But I feel like you would lose something, like many hidden gems I mentioned on this segment. You would lose something with the magic, the time period, and just all around the elements that are focused upon. It's not like an Oscar-worthy winning film, but I really cannot talk bad about this film. There really isn't anything I dislike. And because of that, I give Stay Tuned a 4 out of 5 and an A. And I definitely like the demonic element of like the television executives at the satellite company creating television and just people being trapped, enslaved in the television. And we're kind of like that now. I mean, television has progressed. We have reality TV, but everybody's kind of sucked into their iPhones and different computer devices. And it makes you wonder, like, are you a slave to it? Are there people counting on you being stuck in there, you know? And there's something very ahead of the time, ahead of the curve for Stay Tuned. And again, yeah, that Three Companies cameo is funny, and I really wish for the wife that did a Mork and Mindy cameo. That would have been nice. But overall, it's an enjoyable film, and I just love all the references. They almost got the real Wayne and Garth, but they were busy making Wayne's World, so that's why I don't have Mike Myers or Dana Carvey in that cameo. But they did a pretty good job, and The Three Men and Rosemary's Baby is hilarious. I like it where he goes in black and white. There's just so many pop culture references. It's such a 90s hidden gem, and yeah, if you're in the mood for a feel-good 90s movie that was kind of ahead of the time, has a lot of pop culture references, definitely check out Stay Tuned. It's a hidden gem, and I give it a 4 out of 5 and an A. That is my thoughts on Stay Tuned. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. But if you have seen this hidden gem, let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Stay Tuned? When was the first time you saw it? I saw it as a child on HBO, so it's been a while. Just let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe for more videos. And stay tuned later in the month for my review of Ready Player One.